Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kyusho here, and now, before we do begin, let us give a brief little review. In the last part, a number of things have happened. Now, we had Deku and Kara. These two found themselves in Candor once again, and things felt a bit better. Right now they're introducing Kal-El to Candor, Kal-El to family, and Clark. His reactions so far have been good. He's experiencing life as a bit of a Kryptonian, something he's never done before. He got a good night's rest, he shaved, cut himself shaving, he talked to Deku a bit, and Deku, he gave Clark a bit of tough love. He told him very plainly while the two had a bit of a sparring match. Everybody has lost something. He lost a number of friends as a young man. 4 years ago, if not almost 5 years ago, he lost friends. He lost the woman he loved. He's doing better though. He's still here. Clark lost Lois Lane and his unborn child. He's hurting, but he needs to remember what Superman stands for. Now, Cal was a bit mad. Whenever Deku tried to offer his hand to him, Cal rejected it. He got back up onto his feet alone, and Deku he walked away from the match. Cal was left enraged, and Kara, she decided to intervene, come see her cousin, because right now while her boyfriend, he's walking away, she's going towards that anger. Cal, right now he wants to fight Duville Zod, but he doesn't want to fight Kara Zor-El. Now, right now we do actually have Kara. Kara, she has come walking up directly to Cal, who right now is still sitting outside of the headquarters for the Zod's security force, or former security force. Now, right now, Kara, she does actually see Kal-El. And whenever she is going to say his name and wave her hands up, Clark, he does get a turn to see her. And right now when he does come running over to her asking about where Duville might be, she doesn't say his location. Right now she does ask him if he does want to take a walk with her. Now, Clark, he is still annoyed. However, he does actually follow. Right now Diana is somewhere else, and he doesn't know where. However, Deku, right now he does have a very good idea as to where Diana, she might be. Now, Deku, he would find her, right now working out with the Zod security force and going through a training regiment. Right now, though, with her physicality, though, she is trying to instruct younger warriors how to fight. Because here, she still does have the powers of an Amazon, unaffected by the red solar lamp. Now, Deku does come walking up, and he actually does see her. As right now, there actually is Diana, who we're going to at least talk about how she's very happy to see Duville, asking him if he would like to participate in the current training, or if he'd like to be a fellow instructor. And Deku does look at the Zods as he would go to tell her. That's not what he's here to talk about. Talk about? What are you here to talk about then, Zod? Alright, Diana. Let's cut to the chase. Listen. I know you helped Clark. I know you've been there for him for years. And right now, I want to know. It's been bugging me, but you stuck by him. You stuck by your entire family. If I didn't kill your brother, Clark would have. Why? Why do you still stand by him? Now, Diana does stare directly at Deku, and she's caught by surprise. I mean, she doesn't know what to say. Kal-El, he's doing the right thing. Man's world. men's world left in control of men will be destroyed. That's how it is. To her, they perpetuate war. To her, they are evil. Even some of the best men she met, they turned out to be evil. Steve Trevor. Steve. The first man she ever loved. He turned out to work for them during the war. He turned out to be evil. He found a way around the lasso's truth. He only told half of it, and she paid for it. Friends died. Now, Diana just stared directly at Deku, and he will go to tell her. He understands she does love Kal-El. She wishes the best for him. She might not have been able to be with the warrior, be with the Kryptonian, but because of what's going on right now, does she think that Cal will fall in love with her? Now, Diana just glared directly at Deku. It's not wrong. She does love Clark, but Clark, he's not interested in her. She believes in what he's doing, but what's to say that duty and passion can have sympathy for each other? What's to say that Clark, her friend, her former... No. Clark isn't that to her anymore. Now, Diana, she would try to explain to Deku exactly how things are for her and Clark. And right now, there actually is Clark, who he's being set down by Kara, and the two do chat. Kara, she does want to understand. She wants to try and figure out Kal-El. Try and understand what is going through his mind, where he's at. I mean, they heard that he took care of people who tried to use the Joker before. People tried to use the name of the Joker to inspire freedom. Inspire everything Superman he should have standed for. But right now what she's seeing, the way he talks, the way he acts, what they had planned, her and DeVille, it would have helped better mankind. But what Cal's talking about, he's not sharing Kryptonian tech. He's enforcing martial law all over a planet. And that sounds a lot like the Science Council. Now, Kara does not like it. Kal-El, he's willing. Damn near willing to sacrifice everything if it means saving everyone. He's willing to kill Batman. She sees it. She can sense it. He's willing to kill everybody who stands in his way. But there's a problem. That would only bring more pain to him. He's fighting against one of his best friends. He broke the man's back over his knee, yet he still considers him to be his best friend. That man has not given up on Kal-El. That man has tried talking him down numerous times, but the two still fight. The two are still always at odds. So what does that mean? Now, right now, there actually is Kal-El. He does try and listen to what she's saying, but Kara, her words don't reach his ear. They go through his head, but they don't reach his ear. Kal-El, he ignores them. Right now, he does still have it on his mind. And right now, there actually is Deku. Deku, he does return home. As whenever he does see Kara, the two they do go to embrace. And Deku does talk about it, as he'll go to tell her. Kal-El, he has been a bit distant. I noticed. I'm worried about Cal because some of the things he said. What did he say? He talked about it. I asked him plainly, and He was evasive at first, but he got to the point. He he just he doesn't want another Joker. I get that. He doesn't want a Harley Quinn either. But we still have that. We still have Crazy. I know. But maybe Crazy will be cured. Maybe with enough time, people won't need to be in hospitals like that or go through certain ailments with their brain. I know. But we can't just hope for that. I mean, I still think about what happened to me. And look at me. I mean, Christ, I think I need a drink for a second. Now, Deku go to walk into the kitchen, pouring himself a glass of something as he'll go to knock it back. Now, Kara would see Deku, and Deku he would go to express, him holding out a glass to Kara, her walking over and grabbing it. Okay, he's going to tell her a little bit, but it's going to be a lot at the same time. A little bit of what? A little bit about me. Kara, when you met me on Earth, you thought I was bad. You hated my guts, and now yeah, I got it. Okay, this is a little difficult to say, but here it is. Department K and Amanda Waller. They raised me to be deadly. They raised me to be prepared for Superman. In the event that your cousin ever became evil, they're going to bring up another shot. Him knocking it back, pouring another one, and going to knock that one back, telling her, as he'll go to set his glass down. In the event that her cousin ever became evil, he was told to kill him. If her cousin ever became what he is today, he was told to kill him. Right now, though, Kal-El, he has not given in to evil. Right now, Kal-El, he is still able to be pulled away. However, it's luring him in. Kal is going through some sort of psychosis. It's quite apparent. He still believes that saving lives will make up for it. He has his sins. Metropolis and the Nuke, Joker and Harley, Lois and his child. They weren't his fault. However, they were Joker's. Joker was Batman's fault. Batman, if he just kept Joker locked up, if he decided to lock him up in the Batcave, if he did something other than let Arkham handle his crazies, a lot more people would survive. But even then, they can't blame just Joker on Batman. I mean, that'd be like blaming the mugger for Batman. I mean, Joker had his own actions. Batman had his own actions. Clark had his own actions. And right now, they might have their own actions. Now, Kara's a bit taken aback. Her going to slam down her cup, as she doesn't understand what Deku he might be implying. Their own actions is a fancy way of saying he might have to murder Kal-El, the cousin she was informed and told to protect, as a dying wish. I mean, she can't kill Kal-El. I mean, no. He is family. He's family, right? Still family. He wouldn't do what he's implying. Now, Kara should just see it. Deku's being completely serious. He doesn't want to kill Clark. But if he does go a bit further over that line, if he actually steps over it, the line he's been teetering on. Deku, he might take lethal force into consideration. And he's telling her. Right now they want their plan to work. They want Cal to become himself again. But this, I mean, it's just so bad. Now, Deku walking back into the living room. Him going to lay down onto the couch and tell Kara that whenever he was 5 years old, there was a man named Deathstroke. That man, he helped raise him. He learned how to kill from him. There was even a few other people. He learned how to do a lot by supervillains. He met Bane. He met Killer Frost. He met Poison Ivy. However, they kept him away from Joker. Joker, he represented chaos. He understood that. And there's still the thoughts going through his own head. Deku, a little inebriated. It goes through his head again. He falls quiet when he said Joker. And Kara, she doesn't understand what that does mean. He still thinks about that day. Deku could feel it. The urge to just rip his fucking head off. It was so powerful, so potent. But something in him spared that fucking clown. And he hates it. The good part of him could have prevented Kal-El from turning evil. But it would just have to bloody its hands, get them dirty. One evil act could have saved tons of evil acts. The death of Oliver, the death of Diana, the death of the Lantern Corps, the death of a literal fucking planet. I mean, it's just so crazy. Now, Kara, she does think about what Deku might have going through his head. And she does going to actually at least walk over and sit down. Her going to at least try and comfort Deku, as the two, they eventually would fall asleep on the couch. Now, we do actually have Deku. Deku, he does fall asleep. And he does somewhat dream. He dreams about the better days. Young Justice. The team. All of them. Cass. He dreams about everybody. The times where him and Wally, they raced. They had fun. The time he even let Wally win. Wally was so excited. So happy. I mean, he won. He was faster. And then his dreams take a bit of a turn. There's Cal. The way he is. His grip on Earth. The way he squeezes the planet dry. He's trying to take all the evil away. Only leave the good. But what happens if that actually does happen? Then there's no regime. There's no need for him. So, would he create evil? Would he create villains for him to stop? Would he engineer crime just so he could save the day? So people look up and see Superman. So the regime is still left in a good light. Because if there's only good left there, there's no evil. Superman, he couldn't justify what he does. The torture, the imprisonment, the crime, the illegal activities he does just to save others' lives. The murdering he would do. Oh boy. His tab of bloodshed, it could not be closed. All because he couldn't justify it to himself. Now, Deku doesn't want to jump awake. Whenever his dreams turned towards him and Kal-El facing off. He had Cal right there. He had his throat in his hands. All he had to do was twist. All he had to do was snap his goddamn neck. And the world would be safe. No more regime. Clark wouldn't hurt anymore. And things would be somewhat normal. He'd fulfill his mission. him jumping awake at that. And right now, Deku, he does actually somewhat startle Kara, who was actually laying next to him and on the couch. Now, right now, Kara, she actually somewhat jump awake, her still laying there, as Deku, he would bring his hand up, him going to grab onto Kara's leg and pull it off of him, as he was going to get up and decide to drink something to hydrate himself. Because that nap was a bit sudden. Now, Deku does have a few other things go through his mind. And right now he does want to deal with Clark, as there is actually the next day. Kal-El does come pounding on the door. He comes here demanding a rematch. He wants to fight him. He wants to debate a bit more. Right now, Clark, he's still mad. And Deku does see the anger. The way he looks. He thinks that he could use fear on him. But Clark's wrong. Deku steps into that. He leans into it. And that does seem to antagonize Clark. Clark doesn't like that people, they don't respect his power. But Duville, he's somebody of equal power. He's somebody that Clark, he both respects and is somewhat intimidated by. Because he will say things that cut straight to the point. He's too direct. He doesn't beat around the bush. And some of the things that he said, they've majorly pissed him off. Now, right now Deku and Clark, they do go to stand in the ring. And right now, the two, they do start to talk about a bit more things. As right now, there actually is Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor, he worked on Bizarro. He tried to make sure that he was stable. He tried to make sure that he had enough data left over from Superboy to actually do things. Connor, he was a bit of a different project, but a full-blooded Kryptonian, a approximation of Superman, that might work. But what about Superman? Why not another Kryptonian? Why not the other Kryptonians? I mean, combine their DNA. What do you get? Another Kryptonian. But what about their DNA alone? You could clone Duville Zod. You could clone Zara. Kara Zor-El. I don't know why I said Zara. Now, right now Lex Luthor, he does think about it a lot. As right now there is one problem he is having. His clones. They've all broken free. Now with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.